everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Check out this brand new 2024 Nissan Pathfinder. This is the platinum trim in super black with a black leather interior. So we're going to go through this vehicle today, see what the Pathfinder is bringing for the 2024 model year, and also for you to tell me if this is the one to buy over that Hyundai Palisade Limited we saw the other day. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of the Pathfinder Platinum, again, the super black with the gloss black V-Motion Nissan grille, Nissan badge in the middle. We have LED lighting all over the front except for your turn signals. They are standard bulbs. Functionality in the grille, top and bottom. As we come around to our wheel and tire setup, what we're looking at here is a 20-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Nissan badge on the center cap, standard brake and rotor package. Now, these tires are wrapped in Bridgestone all-season tires, 255 on the width, a 50 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. As we move on back, the super black with the chrome. That is the platinum way with the Pathfinder from Nissan. So we got some bling. Let me know what you think. Moving on in, we are color matched on the side view mirror, LED turn signals with 360-degree view cameras. The chrome Pathfinder trim down below. Let me know what you think about that. Color matched on the front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. We're chromed up on our roof rails and crossbars, color matched roof, shark fin antenna with a panoramic sunroof. Rear end of the Pathfinder, we got that roof spoiler coming off the top. We do have the wiper down below on the glass. Would have been nice to see them tuck that up underneath the roof spoiler to protect it from the car washes and the elements. Nissan badge in the middle, LED tail lights but standard bulbs for turn signals. Pathfinder blacked out along the back of the tailgate with platinum four-wheel drive on the lower right. And we have brushed aluminum down below. We got our tow hitch, and we'll go over those tow numbers when we take a look at the engine. And our exhaust is tucked up underneath the right side of the vehicle. We're under the hood of this 24 Pathfinder Platinum, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Nissan's 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 284 horsepower, 259 pound-feet of torque. This Pathfinder can tow up to 6,000 pounds, MPGs, 20 in the city, 25 on the highway, 22 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior of this Pathfinder, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to have to pay for this big-time platinum four-wheel drive compared to that Palisade Limited we saw the other day? Well, here we go. Base price for the Pathfinder Platinum four-wheel drive is $50,850. Now, this vehicle's got some options, so we have to add in $470 for the black appearance package. That gives you the black grille and the black liftgate emblems. We then add another $345 for the cargo package. That gets you the cargo area protector, cargo net, cargo dividers, console net, first aid kit. An extra $250 for the splash guards, which are black, and it's a set of 4. $390 for the crossbars, and $290 for the carpeted floor mats for the bench seat mid-row setup, and that's a set of 4. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,365 from Nissan's Smyrna, Tennessee assembly plant. We have a total MSRP from the factory of $53,960. Now, that Palisade Limited we saw was $51,800. So we're about $2,500 more. If I'm reading that right, let's say $2,000 more, a little over $2,000 more for this Pathfinder Platinum. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver's door panel, we got the leather all the way up. This is officially called charcoal and not black, with the light gray stitching, brushed aluminum on the door handle, 2 memory seat settings, nice soft armrest, but we go from leather down to soft touch in here. And I like this bronze color trim that they have here in around the door handle and in some other areas of the interior. Flat black on the switchgear, and we do have that power fold mirror action right there. So they got you covered there. As we move on down, a nice large door pocket too here in this Pathfinder. As we come in closer, we are a really nice large foot box, I would say, right? Dead pedal brake and accelerator, all rubber finish. We have the Pathfinder carpeted mats in the cargo area at this time. We do have that Pathfinder door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle. Seating wise, we have power seats with lumbar for the driver and front passenger. And then here is the charcoal semi-aniline quilted leather with the stitching with some brown accents here, kind of like a coffee brown. And then as we come on up, pretty firm headrest, bolstering pretty firm, but really nicely appointed seats. Passenger door panel, same as the front driver, except you don't have memory seat settings, but we do have the upgraded Bose sound system in here with 13 speakers. More leather up here with the light gray stitching, a nice area that's rubberized to slide your phone in, so I like that. And then we have a nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, we have Nissan's latest and greatest 9-inch infotainment system. Once you wake it up, it is very responsive to the pinch to zoom, I have to say. And now we can go right here. I do like this feature Nissan puts in here. You can manually change this from daytime to nighttime if you want, which I do like. We have the audio, we have our menu, we have our map, we have our camera. So we can go to our menu, we can get out of here, we can go to our home, I should say. And then you can go ahead and take a look at all the widgets in here, and you can customize your home menu for what you want to have up here when you're going through everything. And I do like the ease of swipeability. You got your Sirius XM, you got your standard clock. No matter what you want to see, you're right here. You got your fuel, nearest fuel stations. If you're low on fuel, right now we have the radio off, but it really is easy. Now we can come down here, go to connections. You can connect up to 6 devices. So that's nice. You got your Wi-Fi hotspot, you got USB connectivity, and we have both an A and a C for USB, so they got you covered there. You can go to your general settings, and this is where you can go and set up your clock and all that other jazz in here. So it really is an easy system to use, and it is fairly responsive, which I like. We go back to map and we're all set. We put this baby into reverse. And we do have a nice large backup camera with the 360-degree view and trajectory. And I do like the fact that it's finally an updated camera and it's much clearer than the old ones. So I'll give Nissan credit for that one here in the Pathfinder. Nicely done with your backup camera. We do have a volume and tuning knob that's separate, so that's nice. Then we have 4-way hazards, 2 heat and air vents, push button start, dual climate control, 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger, plus your heated steering wheel, 1 stage on or off. So they got you covered for those amenities, which you would expect in a platinum trim. Underneath here, we got a 12-volt USB-C, USB-A, and a wireless charging pad. So they got you covered there. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through this 9-speed automatic transmission. Electronic emergency brake, engine auto stop start on off, auto vehicle hold on off, hill descent control, and your drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. More area for storage, 2 cup holders, Nissan key fob right here, remote start, lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, nice weight. Center armrest says Pathfinder on the front with leather and the stitching. We open that up, and we do have a nice area for storage in there. Pathfinder steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. I love the width. It's not really fat, but it's not too skinny. Just fits my hand really well. Nissan emblem on the horn button. Some brushed aluminum to lift it up. Flat bottom wheel to get in and out of the vehicle very easily. I'm really loving what Nissan's doing with their steering wheels right now. Now, on your switch gear, on the left side here, you have the controls for your digital dash, volume, and seek for your music. Then on the right, you have your telephone voice commands, safety suite controls, and your adaptive cruise control. Now, we have paddles. If you want to go up and down this 9-speed automatic transmission manually, on the left stalk, you got your headlight controls and turn signals, adaptive high beams as well, and then front and rear wiper on the right side. Down below here, you got bright and dim the dash. That's your steering assist. That's for highway steering assist when you're in cruise control. Pop the tailgate. Here's your head-up display right here where you can go ahead and adjust the height of it and what info you want to see on it. So I like the fact that we have a head-up display in here. And then we have an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. So they got you covered here in this Pathfinder as far as that goes. And then we have the 12-inch digital dash. So let's check out our drive mode. So right now we're in normal. We move to the right. We go eco, and then we can go sport, and then we can go tow. And then we have to move the dial back to the left so it doesn't spin all the way around. And then we can go to snow, mud rut, and sand. So they have you covered with a lot of different on-road and off-road drive modes. So I like the variation there from Nissan in this Pathfinder. And then if you want to go through additional information, you can go ahead and you can take a look and you can change the shortcut menu if you would like, or you can go back, or you can scroll through and check out other pages that you may want to see, or you can go to the left or the right to check out other information you may want to see when you're going down the road. So it really is quite easy to use, and I like how they have it set up. Overhead console, we have the SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off. And when you open the door, lighting comes on. I'd like to see LED in here on a platinum trim. Close it, it goes off. There's a spot for your shades. Here are the controls for the panoramic roof. So the right one, you tap that and the shade goes back. Could be a bit faster. And it goes back halfway. You tap it a second time, it goes back all the way. And then you can open up the glass. Wind buffeter comes up, glass goes back. Then you press the glass, hold it a second, that goes back in. Once it closes, you can move the shade back. And again, a bit slow on this shade. And then it's halfway, and then you push it a second time, and it will close the whole way. Would like a little bit better speed on that from Nissan. Check out with your parts supplier, Nissan, please. Here is our standard rear view mirror with HomeLink. So they got you covered there, and auto dim. And then we have a sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes. Mid-row time in the Pathfinder, but before we get there, the door panel, same action as the front, and you got your privacy shades right here on both rear doors. So that's nice. So now let's jump in. Plenty of room to get in, no problem at all. Plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11" with a nice flat roof. I have the seat set for my driving position. I got the leather all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back, I got rear climate control with 3-stage heated seats for the outboard mid-row seats, USB-A, USB-C, and a home power source. So they got you covered there. As we take a look at our mid-row bench, nice leather with the same quilted look, with the same brown, I would say coffee or chocolate brown accents, which I like. And then we have our armrest, semi-soft, 2 cup holders, and again, another area to maybe lie your phone in. So they got you set here in the mid-row, and it's quite comfortable in here. Now, to put the mid-row seats up out of the way to get into row number 3, you just have to push this button right down here. Push it in, and the whole thing moves forward and gives you plenty of room to get in. So I like the way they have that set up. And now I'm in to row number 3. And here in row number 3, I got plenty of room for my head, plenty of room for shoulders, and my knees aren't as high as they were in the Palisade Limited. So I like the space back here in row number 3. Now we take a look back here. We got 2 cup holders. We got a USB connectivity here in row number 3 with a speaker. So I do like that. And on the left side, I have the same USB connector as well. But of course, the Palisade Limited has one up on this because they have heated 3rd row seats in the Hyundai Palisade. This does not, but neither does the rest of the competition. And it does have a little bit more knee space in the back of this Pathfinder. But I really like the fact that they have it set up this way, and I like the fact that we still have the leather seats. Even though it's not the same quilted stitching, at least we got some nice materials. And the headrests, even though they kind of look like one of those General Grievous from the Clone Wars, it still is pretty soft. Getting in the tailgate area of the Pathfinder, you can pop it from your key fob or the dash, or you can come to the back. And right here, underneath the Pathfinder name, there's a button. You push it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. And with all 3 rows up, we're looking at 16.6 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the Pathfinder. Here are the Pathfinder floor mats that look nice. Front license plate right here. Underneath here, we do have some extra storage. I don't know if I can get this up with some extra storage in there, and then your spare is in behind the tow hitch. So if we go underneath the vehicle, there it is. So thank you, Nissan, for that. But to get the 3rd row down, we don't have a power drop like we have in the Palisade. We have to pull and set our headrest down first, like that, and then we have to pull this. Excuse me. We have to push this and throw them down. Push this and throw them down. Now you have more room if you want to go ahead and put more stuff in here, or let me know if you're going to rock with the 3rd row up or down. Anyway, we do have a 12-volt back here for power, so they got you covered there, but we don't have a drop for the mid-row seats either. So that's another thing that the Palisade has a one-up on this vehicle on, is the access to the seat drops from the tailgate area. But in order to get the mid-row flat, you just pull that up and they go down. Then you go around to the other side and you do this. So I think Nissan has really got to think about putting in the convenience of dropping the 3rd row and the mid-row, the mid-row from the tailgate area. But once you get all the seats down with this boxy look, we're looking at 80.5 cubic feet of cargo space. Not as big as the Palisade, but close. So let me know what you think. Window sticker on this 24 Pathfinder. Here we go, close up. Standard equipment. More standard on the left and your options on the right. Total MSRP. $53,960. Fuel economy estimates similar to what we see in the Palisade. Both naturally aspirated V6 engines. Safety ratings, made in Tennessee. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're on the road in this 24 Pathfinder Platinum 4-wheel drive, top trim action in the Pathfinder. And I got plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirrors, rear view mirror, no problem there. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that tech is in here just like it's in the Palisade. And I'm getting a really smooth ride in this Pathfinder. I like the way the suspension is damped better than the Palisade, for sure. It's a smoother, softer, more pleasurable ride, and I believe the seats are a bit more comfortable in this vehicle than the Palisade. And the handling in the Pathfinder is better. I get a sharper steering rack in here as far as I'm concerned. There's no play in the wheel. It feels really good. It's not too light. I got a little weight to the steering to kind of give me an idea what my front end is doing underneath me, which I like. So I got to give the driving dynamics and the ride quality to the Pathfinder over the Palisade, but obviously the Palisade has more amenities. Look at that, really well done. We'll come on to this sharp left-hand turn, and it just holds the road. It comes around beautifully. It really is a pleasurable vehicle to drive. Now both of these vehicles have naturally aspirated V6 engines. This Pathfinder with the 3.5 liter, the Palisade with the 3.8 liter. Palisade a little bit more horsepower, 291 instead of the 284. Torque numbers, Palisade 262 I believe, and this one is 259, so a slight edge on the naturally aspirated V6, but probably not enough of an edge for you to notice when you're driving the vehicle. At least that's my guess. But they're both very competitive in what they do. Now this is the top trim on the Pathfinder, where the Limited is not the top trim on the Palisade. So you can get more by going Palisade calligraphy than you can in the Pathfinder as far as amenities go. But they're both very, very close. Turning radius is going to be about the same in both vehicles, but this one drives really, really well. Now we're on a skinny country road, so this turning radius isn't going to happen, but you're going to get a chance to see the backup camera with the 360-degree view and how clear it looks compared to some other Nissan products. So I love the way they have that done. Let's upgrade the other cameras in the other vehicles now. Especially give it to infinity. But now we're going down the road, and it's just a really pleasurable vehicle to drive, like I said. Look at the way it just holds it. Now we'll come up the road here, we'll go to the left. So the handling in the Pathfinder is markedly better than the Palisade. But let me know what you guys think. We have a really close comparison here. Palisade better in some areas, Pathfinder better in others. Let me know what you guys think about this Pathfinder Platinum. Is this the way you would go with your hard-earned midsize SUV money, top trim, 53 Gs, or would you turn around, take the Palisade at 52 Gs, actually 54 on the Pathfinder if we round up to 52 on the Palisade. A couple grand more for this, but let me know what you think. Is this the way you would go? Would you go Palisade? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to tell me what your likes and dislikes are for both vehicles, and maybe explain a little bit why you would go one way or the other. But I do want to thank Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown here in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum 4x4 in Super Black for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone. Paddles work good too, if you're ever going to use them. A little bonus footage. Paddles work pretty good too. 9 speeds, nice and smooth. Catch you guys on a rebound.